let's say your goal, and I know this is a touchy topic. Let's say your goal is or was to lose weight. Man, you had the right idea, you had the right heart, you had the right motives, but you kept eating cookies. yeah. I'm talking about you got your clothes out every night to wake up in the morning and go to the gym. You're drinking a gallon of water. You're doing all these things, but you're still eating a pizza a day. And then you ask yourself as you get on the scale, why isn't the scale either moving down or why is it staying where it is? Why is it stuck? Sometimes you and I get stuck not because of external challenges. And we love to blame, because of this. If it wasn't for this, I would be here. If it wasn't for that. And I've been there before where I would blame everybody and everything for my current condition or my current situation. I've been there before. I've been where you are. Some of you that are listening right now, you're in a position right now where you can pinpoint and say, hey, if it hadn't been for that relationship, if it hadn't been for my parents not doing this or doing this, if it hadn't been for this move, and some of those things that you're laying out are true. Yeah. Some of the things that you're laying out are absolutely, positively true. But you can't stay there. Yeah. You can't stay there. You can say to yourself, man, if my father was around more, I would be further ahead in life because I could have learned some things from him. Yeah, I get it. But you've learned them now. I can't stay stuck with what could have been. Man, if I didn't have, wasn't born into this family where we have big bones or we have tendency to be bigger people, then I wouldn't be impacted by eating all these chicken wings every day. You might be right. But how do we get to a place where we stop allowing bad habits, bad decisions become bigger than they need to be? Because studies are showing us now that bad habits lead to more than 80% of life challenges. Let me give you some habits I'm talking about. One habit that many people suffer from is procrastination. Yeah. My wife, man, bless her heart, she sent me a message the other day, and it was a video of, I can't remember who the gentleman was, but he kept talking about if you want to get in that 1% in life, if you really want to move forward and make progress, remind yourself every day to do it now. Now, it sounds very simple, like do it now. Yeah. If there's something that you need to get done, right? If it's something that's due, in fact, if I got some students online, listen, if there's something that's due in a month, do it now. Yeah. So that when the time comes, I don't find myself having to pull all-nighters. I don't find myself behind the 8 ball. Do it now. He said, man, listen, most people are behind not because they don't have the skills, the money, or the wherewithal. They're behind because they wait too late. They get to the bag too late. They get to the spot too late. And if I tell myself, I remind myself that this thing is so important that I've got to do it right now, many times I'll find myself beating other people, getting to the spot within the first 3 people, right? Because I've said to myself, this is that important to me. You got to register your child for school. Do it now. Well, school should be started by the time you hear this podcast. But whatever it is. If you're thinking about booking a flight somewhere and the prices are low right now, do it now. Yeah. We're taking a trip coming up. We've already. I remember the other day we my family and I are taking a trip in November. We've purchased our tickets in August. Somebody said that's too early. Well, that's fine. But watch, come the whatever 2 weeks out, it's probably going to be double what we paid. Do it now. So one of the habits that causes people to face more challenges in life than they have to, is procrastination. 20% of people, according to the journal Psychological Science, it says 20% of people identify themselves as, check this out, chronic procrastinators. And the research goes on to say that this habit can lead to stress, reduced productivity, and don't miss this, missed opportunities. Don't get too down on yourself, but think about all the opportunities that you've missed out on. The windows that have closed, the doors that have closed because you thought you had time. Think about all the things that you could have advanced in life. But you waited too long. Yeah. Another bad habit that causes people to miss out on golden opportunities in life to get ahead is lack of exercise. Yeah. The World Health Organization says that 1 in 4 adults worldwide do not meet the recommended levels of physical activity, which then leads to health problems, including obesity, heart disease, mental health issues. Don't miss this part, which then impacts overall life satisfaction and longevity. So, one thing that has come into my mind now that I have a family, that I have a son, that I have a wife, is that I want to be here. No, don't miss out on this. Yeah. One of the things that is very, very clear to me is that I don't want to die before I have to die. It's clear to me. Yeah. I'm on a mission right now to impact as many lives as I can with my speaking, my writing, those things that I've been called to do publicly, but I've also been called to make an impact privately with my family. Yeah, I've been just called to be in front of this camera. I enjoy sharing. I enjoy uplifting people as I travel across the globe, as I get on podcasts. I absolutely, positively enjoy this, but I also enjoy the fact that privately, I was also put in a position to lead my family, to love my family, and to impact my family as well. So I can't allow bad habits to rob me of the years that I believe that I have left to ensure that my family is in a good place. And just talking about money, nah. That my family's in a good place where they know that I love them, that I've taught them some things, that we've traveled, that we've done something. But if I'm not here, if I allow lack of exercise and lack of poor health to rob me of years, who can I blame then? Poor sleep habits is another thing. What you stand up all night for? You 40 years old. What you clubbing? What are you doing? What you stand up all night for? Right? The body requires rest. One of the things that's awesome to me is I never wake up a sleeping baby. Nah, man. What? They're growing. They're resting. They're getting the healing that they need. But that's not just for babies. It's for adults too. The list goes on. A lot of bad habits have been robbing people. Unhealthy eating habits. Excessive screen time. Oh, you asked me to stay right there? Oh, let me tell you the reports on that. Research done by Nielsen indicates that adults, especially in the U.S., this research was done, spend over 11 hours per day. Now, how many hours do we have in a day? It's not a trick question. It doesn't take rocket science. We got 24 hours in a day. Nielsen did a study just in the U.S. alone, and adults that not kids. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Adults spend 11 hours per day on average interacting with some kind of media, including television, computers, and mobile devices. Reports goes on to say that excessive screen time is linked to decreased physical activity. Now, I've been there before. I'm not going to front. I've been in the parking lot of the gym on my phone, scrolling through Instagram, and I'm like, oh, wow, it's been 45 minutes. I've been there before. I could have been in the gym working out for 45 minutes. Now I only have 15 minutes left because I got to get back to do some other things. Wow. Excessive screen time is linked to decreased physical activity, poor sleep, and mental health issues like anxiety and depression. So here's the deal. I don't want you to get into a woe is me state. I don't want you to get to a state where you're asking, why is this happening to me? I want us to be honest with ourselves. This is not a moment for us to just skip ahead. I want you to please take a moment with me to have an honest conversation with yourself and ask you, how many of my wounds in life are self-inflicted? Yeah. Ask yourself how much of the pain that you're in right now, the loss of opportunities that you've experienced in life, how much of all of that? Don't sit there and regret, but I want to ask you, because this is setting us up to move forward. In fact, one of the things that we often have to do is sit down, I said in the last episode, and self-reflect. How many of the things in life that you've been trying to blame on other people that you actually have to admit, you know what? I brought this on myself. You just have to ask yourself, man, listen, the other day I cracked a tooth. I'm too grown to be out here chewing bottle caps, but I chewed a bottle cap for some reason, and I cracked a tooth, and it cost me a couple $1,000s to fix. Yeah. Now I couldn't be mad. I couldn't say, "Oh, it's my raggedy teeth's fault," or it's the bottle cap's fault. The two don't go together. In fact, it's pretty nasty, actually, to be honest with you. I've since learned my lesson. I won't be doing that anymore. But that was self-inflicted. Not only, check it out, hear what I just said. Not only did I break a tooth, I had to come up off of some money. Yeah, I didn't just break a tooth. Now I have to pay this dentist to come in there and fix it and do what they've got to do to get me right. Because I be on the camera talking to people, I can't be out here looking like, I don't brush my teeth, right? So how many of us can say there's some things that we're up against that we brought on ourselves, but after having that honest conversation with yourself, how many of you can say, you know what, I'm ready to do better? That's the $1 million question. Don't just stay in the area where you're asking yourself how much of this is self-inflicted. Now you got to ask yourself, am I ready to get beyond this after I own this? Am I ready now to say, hey, that's my fault. I did that. My bad. It's my life. It's my story. It's my situation. It's time for me to do better.